So this is our aggression test, and it's aggression for humans. And so this dog has been tied up for a minute. The owner is not in sight, so we're just seeing how the dog reacts without any support. And then we're going to have a stranger, me, go pick the dog up and just look at his body language, see if he is worried, aggressive, you know, what his general composure is. So, and it's important to do it and not be any threat to the dog. Right now, tail wagging. It is really? It's just a quick pull on. Good boy. All right. And I took my sunglasses off just so that he wouldn't be threatened. And that's beautiful posture. No worries. That's it. That's what we're looking for. So his body posture is interested and fun, but we're not seeing any aggression. Now we'll come back the other way with the dog on the inside. He wants to play, but it's not aggression. Okay, his face is relaxed, his eyes are relaxed, everything's fine. Alright, so we're going to do the retrieve test, and it's 5 simple retrieves. About 25 yards away. We just want to see that the dog will engage with you in the game, going after the toy. If he doesn't bring it back, it's not a big deal. You can do it on a long line. We just want to see that the dog will engage in prey drive and get the ball, and then you can bring him back and restart it. So just 5. Good girl. Come here. For them not to be distracted, you know, and just be engaged. Here. Come. House. Okay, so that's it. That's what we're looking for. All right, so we've got a candidate here, and the helper is just going to get the dog engaged in the toy, and she just let him go off of it, and we're going to time him for 60 seconds and see if he stays engaged with the toy. He can do like he's doing right now and try to get somebody to play with him. He can walk around just with the toy in his mouth. He can bark at somebody to get him to play. He can go lay down with it. It's fine. But what we don't want to see is him have it, drop it, walk away from it as soon as the person's done playing, and go sniff or pee or get involved in something else. So all this is good. His focus is being maintained on the toy, and he's trying to get people to engage with it. So that's a good thing. So we have 10 more seconds to go. He's still engaged. He's still very hopeful that someone's going to play with him, and we're good. Okay, so that's the end of that test. Okay. All right, we're going to start with the hunt test, and the first hunt test is an immediate release after the ball lands. We don't want to see the dog chasing the ball. We want to see the dog using his nose for the ball. The key elements of this are that the dog cannot see the toy when where it lands. So we need brush, or we need a room full of boxes, or we need, you can do it under cars, anything like not moving, anything like that. But it has to be an area about 25 yards by 25 yards so that we can make sure the dog is actually using his nose. All right, so the first one, we're going to go ahead, throw the toy. It's the dog's favorite toy. That's what we're using. And wait for it to settle, and then release the dog. There we go.
Good
All
job,
right.
Jade.
She marked
Good
that
girl.
very nicely, but that's okay. We're going to start adding time to it.
Jade, Jade, good girl. Canine, help me out. Here, Jade. All right, 15 seconds?
15 seconds. And we'll spin her around once or cover her eyes, however you'd like to do it.
Time it?
Yep. Definitely wants to go. Okay.
You're a good girl.
There you go.
You
Very
practicing
nice.
your marking. Good girl, Jade. Good job. Here. Good. Very
Okay,
nice.
now she is so good at marking. What we're going to do on this last one is we're going to throw it and turn her around so she can't mark it as well.
She's ready to go.
Here.
We really do want to see her hunt. And one of these hunt tests has got to last a minute. So this depends on the dog. If the dog doesn't mark, it doesn't. Either way, we want to turn it once.
Yeah.
But go ahead. So we're going to wait 30 seconds. And this will also tell us, does the dog remember? Is it still engaged? Does it have the focus to remember what was thrown? Okay. And this is what we want to see. We want to see a dog hunting and not being distracted by, all the things that are out there in that field that are just natural. She's clearly using her nose.
Oh, you're a good girl, Jade. You did it. Good job.
It doesn't matter if they don't find the toy. We just want to see that they're actively engaged in the hunt.
Probably enough running for her.
Yeah, no, that was fine. And that was about 45 seconds of hunt, but that's fine. So this is the plank test. And the reason we do it is to see if the dog has a nerve strength issue or a temperament issue when they're up off the ground and in a seemingly unsupported plank. So it's a 12-inch wide plank. It's on 2 sawhorses. It cannot be on like 2 boxes or 2 spools because the dog sees that it is supported. So the sawhorses is good. If you have a rail fence or something like that, that would work as well. But nothing that the dog can get that impression from. So we do, the dog's on lead, no toys, no food, but he can be encouraged across the plank. We're going to do it 2 times, and what we're looking for is the dog that gets across the plank both times. He may be a little bit nervous on the first one, but by the second one, he's got it. He's not nervous at all, and that's what we're looking for. So we will try this little Border Collie and see what we have. Doesn't matter how they get up. You can actually even lift them up on the plank if you like. All right, so we'll give it another shot here.
Good girl. That's a good dog.
A little bit not real happy with it, but going across.
Okay.
All right, so now we'll take her off, please. We'll just sit down. Okay, so that tells us what she's thinking. Again, the plank is to test their nerve strength and to see if they're uncomfortable up off the ground and on a seemingly unsupported plank. That's why we're using the sawhorses. If we were to use boxes or spools, it would not work. It doesn't give the same effect. Also, if the dog has had agility training, it's not a valid test either. All right. So we're going to give 2 passes for this dog on lead, no toys, no food, but the helper can encourage the dog across. So we're looking for the dog to complete the plank 2 times and to get stronger and be comfortable on it by the second time. Signs that they're not comfortable are a dog lowering themselves to the ground, shaking, not wanting to walk across, or jumping off. All right, so go ahead, start. So he's staying upright. He seems quite comfortable on the first pass. That's a good sign. But some of them get more nervous on the second pass, and we'll see what we have here. Yeah, no big deal. There you go. All right, that was very nice.